So I've been getting a lot of questions about this bass and how it came about. So I thought I would do a video about the inspiration behind it and all the key features that it has. So I was first introduced to Dingwall by my roommate in college. He had I believe he had an afterburner and he let me use it for one of my YouTube videos. Yeah, I absolutely love the sound. You know, I knew what I was getting into, but I had a couple of basses of my own and I stuck with those throughout college. I really fell in love with them when I joined Intervals and we toured with the band Northlane, and their bass player at the time, Milo, let me borrow his NG just to play during sound check. And like, I was absolutely blown away with how, honestly, not just how amazing the low notes sound, but just how fast the neck was and how comfortable I was, because I'm a super picky player. What really sold me was we stopped at my friend's dad's music shop in Canada, and there was this old 90s Dingwall Voodoo just sitting on the shelf, and he's like, yo, try playing that. And that's what really like made me fall in love with the company, because, you know, you can get that modern metal sound, but what this bass had was this more like modern J bass tone that I was really going for. So that's when they sent me my first NG. So from there I met Sheldon at NAMM, and right away he was like, hey Jacob, like let's take a selfie. And I was like, oh cool, I didn't even know you knew who I was. But instantly I felt just so welcome. About a year after that, or maybe a little less than that, I played, we were in Japan, and I played my first Z3. And it took me about 6 months to figure out what exactly I wanted out of the bass. I consulted Sheldon and I talked to a couple of the guys in my band, and they said swamp ash would actually be a great tone wood for what I'm trying to do. So we just went with the stock wood that came on the Z3. I had a couple inspirations, like I'm a big comic book nerd, so like one of my favorite villains is Venom. So the whole black and white colorway was really what inspired it. I also really just wanted something that I could take on tour with me, that, you know, we play metal music, we move around quite a bit on stage, and I wanted something that I wasn't really too afraid to get dinged up on stage. Regarding the neck, I originally wanted all Wenge, but Sheldon had suggested doing a combination of a maple neck and a Wenge board. And since I'd been playing the NGs for around a year and a half, I'd been really comfortable with maple. So we just went with that. So some of the smaller features you might not see when you first look at the bass are this really cool battery cavity, which is magnets, which is absolutely genius. It's so easy. And one thing that I added was this detuner. It's a hip shot, and the reason why I added it is because on the new Intervals record, a majority of our songs are either in drop A. They're basically just drop A all the time, and we also use drop D, so this just makes my life a lot easier. So we have the stock Dingwall FDV pickups, Dingwall bridge, push-pull, active, passive, and we also have the series parallel switches for each individual pickup, and a dark glass tone capsule. You know, as someone who's been playing them for 2 years and someone who played for around 13 years before that on standard instruments, I can say that it took me less than a day, you know, maybe an hour to get completely used to the Dingwalls and the fan frets. And, you know, when you pick up another bass after that, for me, it's like I play this and it's so quick and fast. And then you play something like a Fender where it's more classic, but, you know, it just, I don't know. I tend to prefer these now. that just wraps it up about this bass. If you want to learn more about Dingwall, you can visit dingwallguitars.com, and you can check out my website, jacobumansky.com, or at Jacob Umansky on Instagram. Thank you guys so much.